Hi everyone, this is Tamara Sylvester with AwarenessSpeaks.com, and today I'm going to be talking about the full moon lunar eclipse, partial lunar eclipse, that is taking place in the sign of Capricorn at 13 degrees 37 minutes of Capricorn. Then you have the sun in its opposite sign of Cancer at 13 degrees as well. So you will want to look where these Capricorn and Cancer energies are in your chart to see where this is going to impact you. Now, not only is it Capricorn and Cancer, but you may have a lot of earth signs as well that will be impacted by this, as well as the cardinal energies, Aries and Libra. So for 18 months, we've been seeing these dances with the Capricorn, Cancer, Libra, and Aries energy. So if you are any of those signs, you may have seen some great changes in your life. If not in the last 2.5 years, somewhere between 2008 and now. So with this full moon lunar eclipse, we have not only the moon in Capricorn, but we have Jupiter and Pluto and Saturn coming back into Capricorn at 29 degrees. So it went into Aquarius at one time, but it is retrograde. We have many planets retrograde, including Saturn, Pluto, Jupiter, and Mercury. Venus has finally gone direct, and we also have Neptune retrograde as well. So we've been seeing this dance go with these energies for quite some time. So what I'm about to say, you might have heard it over and over and go, okay, is there something new? No. Why we have so many eclipses within the same signs of Capricorn and Cancer, but you'll notice then it will change, it will shift, it will go to Aries, and it could go to, Aquarius and Leo, etc. It takes two opposite energies and it does this dance for around 18 months. And whenever it's doing this kind of dance with each other, I feel that it's provoking. Nothing changes overnight. So whenever we have to change, we have these eclipses come in that provoke energy that are kind of stagnant, and they push it along. Now, we've had so many planets in retrograde that everything seems like a standstill. Some people might have been able to get things done, especially Mars has come into Aries. So Mars is all about movement. And in a fire sign of Aries, its own energy, it begins to show a bit of fire. At some point, this energy is going to be square all of this Capricorn energy. But for right now, we are going to concentrate on the full moon lunar eclipse. What you need to do is you need to look at the energy of Capricorn. And then you take the energy of the full moon. And what does it represent? And then an eclipse. So an eclipse is like 10 full moons. It's like a full moon on steroids. It brings everything to a head. You could feel a bunch of emotion or different feelings or uncertainty going on. But at some point, this full moon and this eclipse will push the energy forward. And decisions will come to a head. So it's all about completion, all about endings, all about release, letting go. So we look to the sign of Capricorn and it asks you, what about your structure? What about your discipline? What about your order? Have you been putting in enough to push yourself to be the best? Because Capricorn rules the top of the chart, and it is how you are being looked at by the public. It's also your career. It's also your father figure, the authoritative figure in your life, whether it's your mother or your father. But a lot of times this Capricorn energy, because it goes along with Saturn, we see a lot of male dominant authoritative energy. Excuse me. So you want to look at this energy and look at, have you put in the work? Because Capricorn is asking you to put in the work. It's all about work. So if you have been putting in the work, you could see some great rewards within the next 6 months. This stagnant energy with Jupiter, Pluto, and Saturn being retrograde, all in Capricorn, that's all earthy energy. It's, should I move? Should I not? What should I do? People could feel confused. It's the material world. It's about power. It's control. All of this becomes more inward. You have no control on the outside world, so now you're trying to control the inward world. So you want to look at yourself, look at the world, and look at your place in the world. When it's shining at the top of the chart, as Capricorn does, it's overlooking. So it's this lunar eclipse is bringing everything that you've been working toward. Especially the last 18 months, wants to bring it to fruition. And this 13 degrees is in the middle of Capricorn. So you will have people who are at maybe 9, 10 degrees Capricorn in their chart, and Cancer, as well as maybe 18, 19, 20 degrees Capricorn. You will all feel this energy. What is coming to fullness? What is coming to completion? What do you need to release? What do you need to let go of? Have you brought enough structure, discipline, order into your life? We need to find that in order to have some practicality in our life. So that is what the meaning of this energy has been asking us. And it's going to push. If you've been working towards something, this eclipse is going to help push it out. It's going to shine a light on the areas of your personal chart that needs to be highlighted. So there could be some great opportunities coming up. If not within a month, maybe the next 6 months, because an eclipse energy can go on for 6 months. Now, it also can eclipse someone out of your life. So if someone is leaving your life, let them go. If a relationship is ending, let it go. This energy is very, very strong. So it's trying to wipe clean so it can bring in a new slate for the new moon coming up in a couple of weeks. So if you're into rituals, if you're into routines, this is a great time to write what you want to let go of. You want to look at both the Capricorn and Cancer energy. A lot of emotional, is there family history? Is there anything to do with work? Are there any colleagues? Partnerships, because we're going to look at all 4 areas of the chart. We're going to look at the Capricorn and Cancer, but the other cardinal energies that are also impacted, Aries and Libra. Our partnerships, our relationships, our self. Are we putting our best foot forward? So this energy will begin to bubble, and it has been bubbling. So there may be a lot of emotional feelings, mixed feelings going on during an eclipse. Know that it will pass. Give your observation to your feelings. We have a Mars in Aries right now, and it is square retrograde Mercury. So Mercury is retrograde right now, and it will go direct July 12th. And that is when you're really going to see a push. I feel that this energy is going to push. They're all working together. So Mars is all about movement, action, taking a stand. Mercury is all about communication. So it's been retrograde, so a lot of our feelings and thoughts have been more inward. After the 12th of July, it's going to be more of an extroverted. It's going to come out. Whatever's been bubbling in here is going to come out. Now, I just want people to pay attention, because this Mars in Aries can be a very strong energy. Mars is all about determination, getting its own way, its independence. It can be self-centered, but it also can be extremely self-confident. So you want to tap into the higher octave of this energy. And it is going to be making a square to Mercury. Once Mercury goes direct, it's going to have more of an impact. You're going to feel the fiery energy, especially the Capricorn and Cancer and Libra. So you're going to want to make sure that if you're feeling, upset or emotional, make sure to take a step back and observe your feelings inside, especially during this full moon, because you can release whatever is going on inside. If you're not feeling confident, sometimes Capricorn in Cancer, even though Capricorn rules the top of the chart, because it's at the top, they have to put a lot of work into feeling confident, to feeling themselves, to finding their own passion, to doing something constructive. So learn about yourself. Capricorn is all about learning. It's with karmic. It's the karmic Saturn that goes along with this energy. So it's trying to teach us something. So it's the perfect time to let go of what no longer serves you. You may see a male energy in your life, and we may see it in the news, be eclipsed out of our life. Could be female as well, because we have the Cancer energy. The Cancer represents the mother and the home, and the Capricorn is the father and our public life and our career. So it's going to be making aspects to that Libra and Aries as well. So that's about the self and about partnerships. So you're going to take all of those main areas in your life and you're going to look at those. And if someone is leaving, if something isn't working, let it go. That is what this eclipse is about. It can bring a lot of great energy within the next 6 months, because usually Mars is in a sign for 6 weeks. This time, Mars is in Aries for 6 months because it will be going retrograde. So we're going to have this Mars Capricorn energy doing a dance with each other. So the next 6 months are going to be pivotal. And I don't know what's even going to take place in the US, because they have a lot of this Capricorn and Cancer energy. So I may do another video on the US energy. But for now, I think we need to concentrate on releasing, letting go, observing our feelings. If something is coming to conclusion, celebrate it. If you may see projects coming to an end, but whatever is coming to completion at this time, it is going to bring you forward in the next months and years ahead. So there's some really great energy, and it's going to begin more after the 12th of July, when Mercury goes direct. If you began something while Mercury and all this other energy has been retrograde, especially Mercury, you may have to go back and tweak something. If you began a project or something new within the last 3 weeks or so, once Mercury goes direct, you might say to yourself, oh, I wish I would have done it this way. So there might be some changes, not a big deal. Just go ahead and make the shift, make some changes, and everything will work out. But you may change your mind. If you began something while Mercury was direct, you may want to tweak it once it goes. Once it was retrograde, once it goes direct, you may want to make some changes. So that's pretty much it. We've been doing this dance with Capricorn and Cancer, like I said, for a while, especially since the beginning of January and end of last year. So we're still riding that wave, but we're coming to an end. So you really want to use this energy to complete, to let go, and to release and finalize whatever it is you need to finalize, so you can be ready for the next energy to come into your life. Again, my name is Tamara Solves. If you'd like to learn more about me, you can check out my website at awareness speaks.com. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.